Hey guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Facebook Friday. My name is Eric Hammond and I'm with the Orange Stack. Thanks for following along each week as we help you guys grow your business through social media strategies and really just other big business growth. So this video is strictly for real estate agents. We work with real estate agents to help you guys grow your business on social media efforts and to do more through online strategies. There's so much that you can do. So check out our website if you want to do that, but let's get into the show. So today we're talking about entrepreneurship, right? Like that's such a common big word now. I think there's so much hype behind it right now and people trying to do the entrepreneur lifestyle, and it's just a fascinating movement for me right now. I remember reading books, from the early 50s, 60s, and there was a ton more entrepreneurs back then, sales guys doing their own thing, obviously real estate agents, things like that. But the word entrepreneurship has become so much bigger these last few years. So I kind of want to talk about the lifestyle of an entrepreneur, right? So you guys are all agents, you're all 1099 contractors out there, usually working for a broker or some other type of entity like, Keller Williams, Century 21, things like that. But here's the interesting thing. You all decided that you wanted to go out on your own, earn your own dollar, be commission based, do something like that, right? And that's the dream. You can earn as much as you want, you can work as much as you want, you set your own pace, you set your own hours. And I think that that's the dream that a lot of people have been sold, that I can live my life the way that I want. I think that a lot of people, holy cow, this guy's getting kind of loud. I think that a lot of people can get into real estate thinking that that's it, that they're going to show up to work, 3-4 days a week, that they're going to do their own thing, that they're going to be able to call it a half day at noon, sell 30-40 houses a year and make it big because maybe somebody on TV kind of portrayed that was what was possible. But as you know, as you get into real estate, that's not the norm, right? Guys, did you know that the stat is that 87% of real estate agents are out of business by the first 12 months? They're out completely. Like, there's such a low bar of entry into this platform of becoming a real estate agent that so many people do. And then they realize what's involved to get to the level that they want and they give up. So I want to talk to you about really loving being an entrepreneur and loving what you do. I recently read an article that talked about that said, and this is kind of where the basis of this story comes along from, but if you don't love what you do, it's going to be so easy to quit, right? Like when you got into real estate, did you think about the long hours? Did you think about the phone calls you'd have to make? Did you think about the doors you'd have to knock? Did you think about the fires you'd have to put out every day? Did you consider the whiny clients that you're going to have, or the other real estate agents that you're going to have to deal with, or the late hours, or the lack of sleep, or the no income for months and months and months because the market took a little bit of a dip? No, you didn't. You said, hey, there's houses all around me. People are buying and selling. I see houses for sale. How hard can this be? And that's why I'm going to go get into business. And a lot of you guys do. You go get your real estate license, you jump into business, you go figure it out. A few months goes by, you sell your mom's house, you sell a friend's house, you help a friend buy a house, things like that. And then all your family is done and you don't have new business to go follow. And I think that that's when the luxury or the fun of being an entrepreneur kind of dies out, is you realize that there's a lot more work to it than happens, or than that's possible. And so you have to go find a way to generate new business, right? And so usually it's around month 3 to 6 that most agents kind of fall off the end of it. They decide, look, this isn't for me. Maybe that lifestyle of a consistent paycheck and that 8 to 5 is not looking so bad anymore. I think a lot of people, again, are lured out of the 8 to 5 job because they think of the freedom that being a real estate agent or being an entrepreneur is going to provide them, but they don't realize the hard work and intensity that comes along that way. So many people that I know, look at big entrepreneurs who've done such amazing, great things. Let's talk about like Steve Jobs, for example, or Bill Gates. I mean, these are ultra extraordinary people, but even, other real estate agents in your community that you've probably just started to notice who are selling 20, 40, 50 houses a year, and you think, hey, they made it, so can I. But what you don't see is the previous 10, 20 years of work to get there. You don't see the long nights and the lack of sleep and all the effort that went into getting somebody to that point and the success that came along with it. Sure, guys, there is definitely overnight success, and you can have that happen, but the chances of you being able to sell 20 houses your first year, I mean, that's possible, right? It happens, but the chances of that are so slim. It's pretty traditional that an agent's going to sell 2 or 3 houses their first year. Hopefully they're still in business, they can make it to 6 to 10 the next year, and kind of go from there. But what I want to talk to you a little bit more to is about the passion, right? If you don't love the grind, love the hustle, love all the effort that comes into that, it's going to be so easy to quit. They talk about kind of comparing entrepreneurship to a roller coaster, right? Meaning that there's ups and downs, there's turns, there's changes, there's something that's around every corner that you don't know how to anticipate. And that can, for some people's personality and how they're wired, be what drives them and what makes them exciting. They like the uncertainty. They like the mystery of what's next and what tomorrow is going to be like. For other people, they need certainty in their life. They need to know what's going to happen. They need to know that next Friday there's a paycheck, that they're going to be able to eat the next day. And so depending on kind of what side of the field you sit on really dictates how comfortable you're going to be into that. Maybe you're better off to partner with a real estate agent who's kind of built their team, and you can kind of be alongside of them and have the benefit of being an entrepreneur, but maybe have more of a salary base in helping them sell. Or maybe there's another avenue in real estate that you can focus on that allows you to get a salary if that's your case. Either way, if you don't love that day in and day out grind that happens, you're going to drop off. You're going to decide, this isn't for me. I'm not willing to take this risk. I need to have more stability in me. But if in the morning you get out of bed and you say, man, I've got all these appointments today, I've got all these sales calls I got to make, I got to figure out how to get that marketing piece out, I got to figure out how to stage this house, I need to figure out how to get the drone guy there because he's too busy, whatever it is, if those are kind of things that push you and drive you, putting out all those fires, if that's what excites you, that's probably what the entrepreneurship lifestyle is going to be for you, right? You're going to love it. For me, I'm on my 5th business right now, and I may look young. I am pretty young still, but hopefully you don't think like I went through 5 businesses and they all failed. No, they just had different paths. They brought me to different levels. I've had property flipping businesses. I've owned rental properties. I've been like a handyman kind of contractor early in my days when I was in school. All sorts of different things, and I mean, I even remember selling lemonade as a kid, right? Like, I don't call that an entrepreneur part of my life, but it's still the same mentality of trying to sell things and get ahead. I did have the 8 to 5 job for a few years in between, and I realized about 2 or 3 years into it, it was nice to have that steady Eddie kind of position, but it also kind of got boring for me, so it just didn't jive with me mentally, and I had to go out and do my own thing. But the great thing for me is that it drives me and it pushes me and it helps me get excited about each thing that I have going on. So consider where you are. If you're still new and you're still trying to figure this out, great. Maybe plan out the roadmap of what you're going to do. How are you going to be the 13% that made it past the first year? What are you going to do to be different than the other hundreds of thousands of real estate agents out there that had to go through all the grind and had to go through all the hustle and be able to stand out and be your own person? I talk to so many agents every single week who say, look, I'm 3 months into it, I haven't sold any houses, but I'm going to make it. Great, what are you going to do, right? Figure that out. The more of a plan you can have, the more of a roadmap that you can say, this is what I'm going to do today, this is what my Mondays look like, these are my Wednesdays look like, this is how I get to that next level, that's going to work out for you. The problem is that most people just wake up and say, all right, what do I have to do today? What's next? What do I have to do to get there? Make sure that I survive by the end of the day. So, love your entrepreneurship lifestyle if this is the route that you've decided to go. It would be better for you to realize in 3 months that this isn't the path that I wanted, that this isn't really what I signed up for, and go back to something else before you burn through all your savings and you realize, I have no money, I have to go do something else. So try this weekend. It's Friday right now, Facebook Friday. Go try to think about it this weekend of what's my personality type? What do I need certainty in my life, or am I okay with uncertainty? Do I want turns in the road to be uncertain for the next couple of years, for me to wake up every single morning and realize what has to happen today for me to be successful? Or are you on the other side saying, I need to know what tomorrow is going to be like. I need to know that my check's coming in next Friday and that I can pay my family and have food on the table and all those kind of things. I love talking about Tony Robbins. I actually just went to a Tony Robbins event last week, and that's why we didn't have Facebook Friday last week. But he has a free profile that you can fill out online. Go check this out. Go to tonyrobbins.com/disc, D-I-S-C, and you can fill out a profile about yourself and find out, do you need that certainty in your life? Are you more of a, take the turns as they come, live each moment as they come, try to figure things out, like putting those fires out kind of personality? It's going to help you realize what you need in your business and maybe who you need to partner with in your business to make this a successful venture for you. So that's my story, right? Real estate is so much fun. When you start selling properties and you can start doing fun things and you have the volume that makes it interesting and you can afford the lifestyle that you want where you're making, $100,000, $200,000, $400,000 per year, real estate's a lot of fun. But getting to that level getting up there is a lot of hard work. And I think that most people fast forward through all the hard work and expect that, week 2 or month 2 or year 2, they're going to be there. And in reality, it might be year 5 or year 10, because we live so much longer than most societies before us ever have. I mean, living to 100 is kind of becoming the more norm as we get more healthy and find out more about our body. So theoretically, you could work for 60, 70 years of your life. And if you're not loving what you do every day, it doesn't matter what you do. You have to love it. You have to be passionate about it. You have to be able to go on and on and on and make sure that it's something that you want to do, or else life sucks, right? Going to the same thing day after day to just make that dollar can be so challenging if you don't love what you do. So find your passion, get excited about it, wake up in the morning and be ready to go, do the things that you want to do. And again, if entrepreneurship's not your thing, go find something else to do. So my name is Eric Hammond. We work with the Orange Stack. We are a digital media agency designed to help you and your business grow to the next level. If you're looking for help in your social media aspect and taking business from Facebook, Instagram, those kind of social platforms, give us a call. I'd love to talk to you and see how we can help you grow that next level. It's a free call. There's a link in the description down below where you can check us out, and love to connect with you. So thanks for following along. We will see you next Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Talk to you then.